Yo, what is going on, everybody? I am your host, Slackerz Gaming, bringing you the next matchup of the potential DLC character tournament, not to be confused with the Fighter Pass tournament. Still all revolve around DLC potential characters, but anyway, two separate tournaments. But for this one, we're pretty far into it. We're getting close to the end of it, so but if you're new and you want to participate, you're more than welcome to. Just a few rules that you have to follow. You only get one vote. The way to vote is down in the comments by simply typing the name of one of the characters in today's matchup, and you know who the characters are by the title of the video. You'll see somebody versus somebody. Vote for one of them. That's how this works. Vote for who you personally would rather have as a DLC character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, irregardless of what their current status might be, you know, assist trophy, Pokemon, Spirit, none of that matters. Does not matter. This tournament is for fun, so still vote for who you personally would want. So anyway, with that out of the way, let's go into, we got results to go over. We already know who won because the matchup was Dixie Kong taking on Eggman, and well, you know who's in the title of the video, so that means, well, she wins. So it was actually really close. Check this out. Dixie Kong won only 37-32. So Eggman, the Cinderella story of Eggman sadly ends here. Dixie Kong did lose to Tails, if I remember correctly, right? Yep, Tails ended up defeating, Sora. Tails did defeat Dixie Kong. So very, I don't know where I'm going with that, but Tails defeated Dixie Kong, and it would have been funny if Eggman defeated Dixie Kong, because that means Dixie Kong couldn't even defeat the Sonic series, or just lost to the Sonic series for both her matchups, which I would have found pretty hilarious, right? One character losing to the same series both times. Just thought it'd be funny. But she does move on, so congrats to the win. Unfortunately, Dr. Eggman and his Cinderella story for the tournament has come to an end, but he got pretty far. He got pretty far. So I learned quite a bit. People do want him, so cool to know. Cool to know. But Dixie Kong gets to move on to face Rayman. So what do I say? Let me just jump into it. So first up, of course, Dixie Kong, right? So everyone's always like, well, if Dixie Kong's a spirit, doesn't matter. The tournament's for fun. Would you rather have Dixie Kong as a DLC character over Rayman? If so, vote for Dixie Kong. That's how this works. But again, I always reiterate it when I talk about Dixie Kong. My opinion, she is one of the last remaining true Nintendo All-Stars. She just deserves to be on the roster at this point. Whether it's a fully unique fighter, whether it's an Echo fighter, whether it's a semi-Echo, whatever it is, she deserves to be on the roster. And then, of course, moveset, you got to make use of the ponytail. That's one of her trademarks. You got to put that in there, whether it's flying around or little hair whips or something like that. You gotta make use of it. You got to make use of it. So, plus Dixie Kong is, you know, a name that people, at least Nintendo universe, at least Nintendo fans know. Plus, since Smash is on Nintendo, they don't really have to worry about, I guess, Sony or Microsoft or other, you know, other people coming from other systems over to Nintendo be like, who the heck is Dixie Kong? At least I don't really think so. I mean, if you're gonna buy Smash Bros, you're already open to so many potential different characters already, which is awesome. That's what I love about Smash Bros. There's so many different universes coming together into one game. Only Nintendo can make something like this happen. PlayStation tried with the PlayStation All-Stars. I honestly hope they make a second one. I think there's a lot they can improve on, but that's a different topic. But Dixie Kong, like I said, I think she deserves the roster at this point. She deserves to be in. I mean, look at how many characters are on the roster right now. Look how many characters are on the roster, and she's still not playable. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm super stoked and happy that we finally got King K. Rool. He was one of my most wanted. It was Waluigi, King K. Rool, and Ridley have been my three most wanted characters since Melee. Finally got two of them, still waiting on one. But maybe eventually Waluigi will come. But anyway, Dixie Kong, Donkey Kong series, do they deserve another rep because they already got King K. Rool? Who cares? Again, this tournament's for fun. Would you rather have Dixie Kong over Rayman? That's ultimately what this comes down to. Pretty simple. But for me, Dixie Kong, I think people would know her. People would buy her. She is a female. There's always that argument. You need more females on the roster. So she checks that box pretty easily. And she's got a well-known name. She has been playable in several Donkey Kong games. She's been playable in some Mario Kart game, or Mario kind of spin-off games like the Mario Kart. I'm pretty sure she was in a Mario Kart game. She was in Mario sports games. I know she was in one of the Mario baseball games. So she's been, kind of a playable character. And I don't know. I feel Dixie Kong deserves to be on the roster. I keep saying that, but that's what I feel. So let's go over to Dixie Kong's opponent, Rayman, which I gotta say, I've played two Rayman games, and very briefly. I did not get into the whole gameplay. I just didn't get into his games. They didn't really draw me in. They didn't make me go, oh, I like this game. I want to keep playing. They didn't do that. But Rayman as a character, personally, I definitely welcome with open arms, open hands. Yeah, Rayman, well, I think he fits so well on this roster. He just gels with the, he's got the vibe, he's got the style, he's got the look. It just feels like he belongs on the roster at this point. Ever since the Artsy Omni, the fake leak on that character select screen from Wii U 3DS, everyone thought Rayman was in, and then turned out he wasn't, but it got a lot of support for him. So there's some backers behind him. I know his games don't do that well in Japan, actually. So maybe that could be one thing kind of holding Rayman back in a sense. I mean, yes, Rayman is still Spirit in Smash Ultimate. So, I mean, there's that you got to deal with. But again, it's tournaments for fun. Dixie Kong's also Spirit. So if you want either one, still vote for him. But Rayman, he would have great moveset. He's got that. He's got the name attached to him, Rayman. People know who he is. People know what the series is. And, of course, coming from Ubisoft and Nintendo, or comes from Ubisoft, and then them and Nintendo work pretty well together. They had the Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle crossover, which was phenomenal. A fantastic game. I loved it. I just think Ubisoft kind of should get a rep at this point. I mean, they support Nintendo so much, and they got characters to choose from. Rayman specifically, I think he should be on the roster. I really do. I think he'd be great as a DLC character. I honestly do. But I mean, for me, voting it always comes down to who you want more. I say that every episode. Every episode, it doesn't change. Who would you rather have? One or the other. So I don't know. For me, while I would love, Rayman's, there's a lot of third-party characters that I would like. Rayman is on that list. There's quite a few third-party characters that are ahead of Rayman. But, again, I wouldn't argue if he got in. But I still feel Dixie Kong deserves to be in the roster. She deserves to be playable. Echo, unique, semi-echo, whatever it might be. She deserves to be in. So, my vote is still going to be Dixie Kong until there's that character that I personally would just much rather have. So Dixie Kong, again, gets my vote. We'll see if she gets to continue moving on, or does Rayman end up moving on. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much going to be it for this one. Only question left is who you're going to vote for. Either Dixie Kong, Rayman, one or the other. One vote down in the comments. Simply type the name of one of these characters. So, that's going to pretty much be it for this one. Okay, so I got to tell you, tomorrow, there's no matchup for tomorrow in this tournament. No match. There's nothing that lines up. So, I mean, because I'm still waiting on results for Crash. And, I mean, we're going to get the results for Crash and Master Chief's game on Friday and then Saturday. Tomorrow, there will be results for Shantae and Banjo. I will have those results in my other tournament I'm doing. So, if you at least want to see who wins between Shantae and Banjo, or at least how close Banjo might make it, let's face it, come on. But if you at least are interested in the results, check out the other video, the other tournament tomorrow. That is where these results will be. But then Thursday, we will have the results for Gino and Tails, and then the winner of that faces the winner of Shantae and Banjo. So Thursday, there will be another matchup. But that's Thursday. So, yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for this one. Again, one vote per person. Who you got, Dixie Kong or Rayman? So that is it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. As usual, check out the other tournament if if you're into that. I mean, I see a lot of the same people. We've only had a couple episodes, but it's cool to see people keep coming back and voting. But anyway, that is going to be it for this one. So hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.